passion for sonic terrorism and the avant-garde inspired Thurston more and the music of Sonic Youth. More treasures Lou's double album, Metal Machine Music, released in 1974. Despite being comprised of nothing but feedback and guitar effects, Lou toured it in 2010.
I figured that nobody would really talk about Metal Machine Music and like how significant that record was. And to me, that record was completely fantastic. I mean, there was no such thing as a noise record, and that was the first noise record I ever heard, and it was by Lou Reed, who was supposed to be doing Sally Can't Dance Part 2, and it certainly wasn't that.
Sally can't dance no more. Sally can't dance no more. She can't get herself off the floor. Sally, she can't dance no more.
Sing along with Lou Reed on his new album, Sally Can't Dance, on RCA Records and Tape.
I just figured like it was going to sound like the way it looked, you know, which is like this total like badass kind of like glitter rock Lou Reed on the cover with his leather jacket, and that cover was just beautiful. And then those liner notes were just so striking and kind of just like, you know, my week beats your year. He ends those liner notes. I mean, it was like, what a thing to say. And then the review of Metal Machine Music, he just had the word no written on it like 100 times. You know, I was talking to somebody from Rolling Stone recently about Metal Machine Music, and the journalist was like, well, you know, nobody's ever listened to that record all the way through. And I was like, oh, well, I have numerous times. Like I still do. I actually had it on quad. I had a quadraphonic version. I had it on quad 8-track tape. I have all variants of Metal Machine Music. It's one of the most important records in my life.
It was inevitable that sooner or later Lou should bump into novelist Paul Auster, another writer dedicated, in his own way, to the dramas, dropouts and dangerous delights of a New York City that by now, in the 1990s, was fast disappearing.
Life's like Minnesota, and life's like space without room, and life's like bacon and ice cream. That's what life's like without you.
I remember there was a moment when, the time when we were closest and were seeing each other fairly often, he told me that he wanted to write a novel. He had figured out a plot. He wanted to write a crime novel. And I said, well, good luck, Lou. And a few months later, he said, you know, it's damn hard. I can't do it. I don't have the ability to make a big story. So I think his form was it was the short lyric, and he did it brilliantly. His songs are the words. I mean, Lou was not a singer. I mean, he was able to present these songs in a brilliant way, but it's the combination of the personality coming through the voice. I remember a very amusing song. I think it was a song really about Laurie Anderson and their love for each other, and the song had to do with all her ex-lovers that and he wants to throw them off the roof of her loft and see them run over by cars on Canal Street. And I thought this was hilarious and so vivid. Because some of his songs are very funny, too. They're not all grim. We worked on 2 films together. The first one is called Blue in the Face, and Lou has a prominent role in the film. He is Lou Reed, the resident philosopher of the Brooklyn Cigar Company, sitting behind the counter. And I was the one off camera throwing questions at him.
I'm scared in my own apartment. I'm scared 24 hours a day, but not necessarily in New York. I actually feel pretty comfortable in New York. I get scared like in Sweden.
Each one of his comments is hilarious.
You know, it's kind of empty. They're all drunk. Everything works.
Acerbic, strange, unpredictable.
You go to the medicine cabinet and open it up, and there'll be a little poster saying, in case of suicide, call. You turn on the TV, there's an ear operation. These things scare me. New York, no.
I really think, in a way, he steals the movie. He's the heart of the movie, and he's not doing anything. He's just sitting there and talking.
My childhood was so unpleasant that I absolutely don't remember anything, I think, before age 31.
I don't follow, the world of pop music that closely. But I can tell you that I look out at the scene, what I know of it, and I don't see anyone like him. There's no one doing what he did. And so, in a sense, he's irreplaceable. And that's why I think we're going to keep needing him in the future. And I think his stuff is going to go on being listened to for a long, long time.